She was born in the valley of Swat, a place of breathtaking beauty, where mountains kissed the sky and rivers sang through the land. But beneath its serene surface danger loomed, and the shadows of fear were growing in the hearts of those who dared to dream. Malala Yousafzai came into this world, carrying the quiet promise of courage in a family that cherished learning. Her father Jihauddin, a man who believed in the power of words and the strength of knowledge, nurtured her spirit with stories of heroes and tales of hope. From the moment she could walk, she ran eagerly towards school, her small feet chasing dreams bigger than the mountains surrounding her village. She loved the feel of a book in her hands, the smell of ink, the whisper of turning pages. Every lesson was a seed planting in her heart a vision of a world where girls could rise without fear. But the world she cherished was changing. The shadows were growing darker. The winds carried whispers of a new power, the Taliban, moving silently through the valleys, determined to silence voices like hers, to confine girls to homes and erase the light of education from their lives. Malala could not comprehend how something so terrifying could invade a place so beautiful. Yet she felt it. She felt the tension in the air, the fear in the eyes of her friends and neighbors. She could not turn away, for she knew that silence would be a betrayal of everything she believed in. Even as the world grew heavier, Malala spoke. She wrote anonymously for the BBC, sharing the struggles of girls denied the classroom and the dreams that flickered in their hearts. She risked everything to tell the truth, to reveal the reality of life under the Taliban. And in her words there was courage, a force that could not be broken. There was a voice so small yet so determined that it carried across continents, drawing the eyes and ears of the world to a girl who dared to raise her hand in defiance. Then one ordinary morning on the school bus, with the sun spilling golden light over the valley, a shot rang out, a bullet meant to silence her, to crush her spirit. But Malala was not an ordinary girl, and her spirit was not ordinary. The world held its breath as she was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. As news spread, hearts everywhere ached, yet somewhere in the pain a quiet miracle unfolded. She survived the bullet that should have ended her journey, and in surviving she became something larger than fear. She became a symbol. She became hope. Her recovery was a journey through pain and strength, a test of endurance, as doctors mended her body and the world waited in awe. She did not retreat. She did not bow to the cruelty that sought to erase her. She rose, she studied, she spoke, she turned every scar into a story, every whispered fear into a roar for education. She traveled to countries far from home. She met leaders, she met children. She spoke at the United Nations with a voice trembling with emotion and unwavering in resolve. She said the words that would echo across generations: one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. And the world listened. The honors came, the recognition, the Nobel Peace Prize, the youngest recipient in history. Yet these titles were not what defined her. It was her relentless commitment to the girls still hidden from classrooms, to the children whose dreams were whispered in secret and whose potential was stifled by fear. Malala founded the Malala Fund, a beacon for education, a lighthouse guiding millions toward opportunity. She championed girls in regions torn by conflict, in villages forgotten by maps and governments. She lifted their stories and carried them to the ears of those who could make a difference. And everywhere she went, she reminded people that courage is contagious, that the voice of one brave heart can inspire countless others to rise. Through interviews, speeches, and countless appearances, Malala spoke not of hatred, but of understanding, not of revenge, but of hope. She showed the world that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. She reminded the young that their age is never too small to dream, and the powerful that responsibility is never too heavy to bear. She became more than a figure. She became a mirror reflecting the resilience of the human spirit, a symbol of what is possible when courage meets conviction. Even as she traveled, she never forgot the valleys of Swat, the laughter of her friends, the classrooms filled with eager eyes, the teachers who shaped her young mind. She carried those memories as armor, and as inspiration she wrote books sharing her journey, the fear, the pain, the joy, the victories, and the lessons learned along the way. Every word a bridge connecting hearts across oceans and cultures. She spoke in schools, in conferences, in homes, and in hearts, reminding everyone that education is not a privilege, it is a right, and that the fight for it is sacred. Her story is also one of family, of love and support, the father who nurtured her dreams, the mother who stood silently with strength, the brothers and sisters who laughed and cried with her, each relationship a thread in the tapestry of her courage. She showed that bravery is often born in the quiet moments of encouragement, in the shared stories, in the unwavering belief of those who love us. Through the years, the threats never fully disappeared, yet Malala never wavered. She faced every challenge with dignity, and calm every obstacle became an opportunity to inspire. She learned languages, she embraced cultures, she met children who had never imagined their voices could matter, and she carried them all with her, a reminder that courage is never a solitary act, it is a gift shared and multiplied. As she walked the halls of the United Nations, as she spoke to the world, as she smiled for cameras and cameras captured her bravery, she remained grounded, she remained the girl from Swat who simply wanted to learn, and to let others learn. She showed that true power is gentle yet firm, that influence is strongest when used to uplift, not to dominate. She embodied the lesson that the smallest acts of defiance against injustice can ripple into waves that reshape the world. In classrooms from Pakistan to Africa to Europe, children sat inspired by her story, by her voice, by her determination to learn and to teach. They saw in her a reflection of their own potential, a spark that ignited their dreams. They realized that the pen they held in their hands could be a weapon stronger than any sword and a beacon brighter than any flame, for in the hands of courage the simplest tools can change destiny. Malala's life is a reminder that the world can be cruel, that fear can be pervasive, yet it is also a testament that hope can be resilient, that the human spirit can soar above threats, above hatred, above despair. She showed that when we raise our voices, when we act with purpose, when we stand for what is just, we create change that echoes beyond borders and beyond lifetimes. Her laughter still rings through the memories of those who know her. Her words still resonate through the minds of those who hear them. She continues to be a living story, a narrative unfolding every day, inspiring every person who dares to dream, who dares to believe, who dares to act with courage. Her journey is not complete, for it is carried forward by every girl who steps into a classroom, every child who raises their hand, every teacher who believes in the potential of their students. In the quiet moments when the cameras are off, when the applause fades, Malala reflects on a world. She has seen both the beauty and the danger, the injustice and the kindness, the fear and the bravery. She carries the weight of history and the hope for the future. She knows that one person can make a difference, that one voice can be a beacon, and that one life can inspire a movement. She has taught the world that courage is not loud, it is persistent, that bravery is not reckless, it is determined, that change is not immediate, it is nurtured and cultivated, that education is not optional, it is essential, that hope is not naive, it is powerful, and that every child everywhere deserves a chance to dream and to achieve. She has shown that even in the face of danger, in the shadow of violence, in the heart of uncertainty, it is possible to rise to the light and to bring others along with you. Malala Yousafzai is more than a name. She is a symbol, she is a story. She is a call to action for generations to come. She reminds us that the mountains we face can be climbed, that the darkness we endure can be illuminated, and that the courage within us all can change the world when we dare to believe, when we dare to speak, when we dare to act. She is the embodiment of hope, the living proof that bravery begins with a single choice, a single step, a single voice rising in defiance of fear and in affirmation of life. And so her journey continues with every classroom opened, every book read, every child inspired. She walks with purpose, she speaks with conviction, and she dreams with a heart wide open, a heart that believes in the power of education, the resilience of youth, and the unbreakable spirit of a girl who refused to be silenced, who faced the bullets and emerged stronger, who turned pain into power and courage into change. She shows us all that we too can rise, that we too can act, that we too can be brave for. The world needs more voices like hers, more hearts like hers, more lives like hers that dare to believe that one girl, one voice, one act of courage can indeed change the world.